guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would talk about tattoos. Go figure, me talk about tattoos or piercings. But one specific kind of tattoo in general, meaning like a location for a tattoo. One question that I get frequently, I won't say often, but frequently, is in regards to my finger tattoos. I only have two, so I'm definitely not an expert. However, finger tattoos are like their own different ballpark compared to other tattoos. And there are a variety of reasons why. And so for today's video, I thought I would discuss kind of like maybe the good, the bad, and the ugly of finger tattoos, pros and cons of finger tattoos. I really don't know the direction of this. It may just be more of an informational thing. Like if you're thinking about a finger tattoo, you might want to consider this first type of thing. Does that make sense? Again, I get asked about my finger tattoos frequently. Again, I do have two. I have this one, which is like a lotus on my right pointer finger, and then I have this crescent moon on my right ring finger. Even though there are only two, I'd say that they serve as a good and bad tattoo, because if you've seen my other previous videos, I'm very happy with my lotus one, but my crescent moon one really bugs me because I literally got it in January and it looks like I've had it for years, whereas I've had my lotus one for 3 years now, and it looks like it's pretty new. So the first thing that I get asked regarding my finger tattoos when people notice them is, did it hurt? First of all, tattoos hurt. That's just the name of the game. They're gonna hurt. However, a lot of people made me think that finger tattoos really hurt. Now, again, both of my designs are super simple. They were done in less than 5 minutes. Took no time. I personally didn't find them to be painful. Now, again, ignore my middle finger. We're just looking at these two, but that kind of hurts to do that. So this one hurt less than this one. I don't know if it's just because they're in two different kind of spots on the finger, like the crescent moon is further up on my finger, whereas the lotus is down toward the base of my hand. But this one definitely hurt a whole lot less. This one stung for like the first like 10 seconds and then it went numb. Kind of typical for tattoos. So again, that really all depends on your pain threshold, what you're able to handle. Again, these only took like 5 minutes for me. So really they weren't that bad. They're totally doable. Now, if you get more intricate designs, I would imagine it would hurt after a while. So just keep that in mind. If you're wondering if finger tattoos hurt, yes, because tattoos hurt. And anyone that tells you that a tattoo doesn't hurt is lying to you or has like the highest pain tolerance ever. Also keep in mind that finger tattoos fade really fast. Like if you want finger tattoos, you are gonna have to do an upkeep on them. Whereas other tattoos, you may only have to get touched up every so often in your lifetime, depending on when you got them, where you got them, how your skin is. Whereas finger tattoos, you're gonna have to get them touched up if you want them to continue to look nice. In the 3 years that I have had the lotus one, I have never had it touched up. In the 2 months that I have had my crescent moon one, I am gonna have to have it touched up because it looks bad. It looks like I've had it for years. Ink has lifted. It's just, I'm not happy with it. Again, finger tattoos fade really fast. You're also gonna have to do a little bit of upkeep on your own, meaning you're gonna need to moisturize it. You're gonna need to make sure your hands are clean. You're gonna need to make sure that you don't use harsh chemicals on your hands that would make tattoos fade. But just keep in mind, finger tattoos, they're exposed to a lot. They're gonna fade. That's kind of like the name of the game with like wrist tattoos. You're told often that those fade faster just because of everything that you have to do with your hands. Same with finger tattoos. You do a lot with your fingers. It causes tattoos to fade. That's just how it is, unfortunately. Something that I would say about finger tattoos is if you are like, I don't know, a perfectionist and you want like these intricate designs, you want like the littlest of details, but you want everything to be perfect, I can understand that for a bigger tattoo. Probably not a finger tattoo. Now, there are some artists that will post these pictures of really elaborate and intricate and very tiny lines. Those are not gonna age well. They just really aren't. They're gonna look good for like the first year or so, and then they start to fade, and then they just don't look that great anymore. So if you want something that's very detailed, something very intricate, something that's practically perfect, don't put it on your finger. Finger tattoos are for a more simplistic design, like lettering is really good for finger tattoos. Notice that people get words across their knuckles. That's a pretty good idea to do, is lettering, and then very simplistic designs. But I wouldn't suggest getting anything detailed or intricate or ornate. Not a good place for it. I will say finger tattoos are a great place if you want a small tattoo, but you want to be able to hide it, depending on what part of the finger you get it on. So like my lotus one, I could easily hide by putting a ring over it. I mean, you could still kind of see it peeking out, but the ring does cover it. Now, my moon one is a little bit more difficult to cover because I don't have any like midi rings, but you could still cover it. You could put a band-aid on it. So I will say that if you're looking for some tattoos that are nice and simple, but you could hide them easily, I would say finger ones are actually a pretty good place for that, if you're considering it. But also keep in mind that when they're not covered, they're pretty out there. You do a lot with your hands. You are communicating a lot with your hands. It's gonna be out there unless you've got it covered up. So it's kind of like, you gotta weigh your pros and cons. Again, like any other tattoo, you're going to need to do basic care, but almost more and less. And what I mean by that is, again, you don't want to like saturate your tattoos in moisturizer. You want them to be moisturized, but you don't want to saturate them. But for finger tattoos, you almost have to do it more often. So basically what I did with my lotus one and with my moon one, that's why I'm baffled as to why they look different, is you take like a little bit of moisturizer on your pinky and you just rub it in there until it completely soaks in. But you do that more often throughout the day than you would with a regular tattoo. With a regular tattoo, you know, they tell you to do it like 3 to 5 times a day. With a finger tattoo, you can do it up to 8 times a day. And it's just because your hands do so much. They're constantly doing things, they're constantly in things. You need to make sure that they stay moisturized, while also making sure that you don't basically drown them in moisturizer. Again, you'll find that finger tattoos, like with my moon one, you know, you see the difference between my lotus one. Lotus one didn't need any touch-ups after the first go around. Moon is definitely gonna need a touch-up. Just sometimes the ink doesn't take, or it just didn't heal well, ink lifted. Again, like any kind of normal tattoo, finger tattoos just take almost a little bit more care, if that makes any kind of sense. You wouldn't think so, but because of everything that you do with your hands are in everything, they require a little bit more care. Those are just some of my observations when it comes to finger tattoos. Again, I only have 2, so I'm no expert. But from the research that I did on my own before I got my tattoos, that's kind of what I came across, is that they require a little bit more upkeep and care than regular tattoos, and you just need to kind of understand that they do fade after a while, and that you're going to need to get them touched up if you want them to look as nice as they did the first time you got them done. You also need to realize that you shouldn't get anything detailed or intricate. Very simple designs as well as like lettering are gonna be your best bet. And if you're a perfectionist of any kind, you're gonna struggle with finger tattoos because it's very rare that they get completely perfect. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other things that I missed about finger tattoos. Again, I have 2. I'm no expert, but this is just what I've kind of come to realize about them myself. But let me know in the comments below anything else that I may have missed. Let me know your finger tattoo horror stories or good experiences with them. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I don't know, even though I do. This is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.